We are the designers of the BioRig, and we work under the collaborative title Hatch.
I'm currently living in Sydney. I'm originally from a small town north of Sydney on the coast. I moved here to go to university, to the University of Technology Sydney, where I did all of my architectural degree. And I'm currently working at a small to medium-sized architectural practice, and they focus primarily on hospitality and retail, and quite a lot of fast turnover projects. How about you, Harsha?
So I currently also live and work in Sydney, and also went to the University of Technology Sydney with Chris, and I currently work at a large commercial practice focusing on healthcare design and public infrastructure. What I mostly took from university was the idea of organising the kind of complex thoughts you have as a designer, especially in the early phases of the design. In addition to that, we also found that, yes, it's about kind of distilling your ideas down, but it was also about not leaving the book closed and just kind of making sure that the rules that we apply to the project aren't restrictive or constrictive.
But it was heavily focused around, that aspect of leaving yourself open to change, especially when discovering new things along the way, because design is very exploratory and it's quite open.
Often the architect's process is your traditional sketches, your diagramming, but a big thing that was important to us was discussion. I would say our skills complement each other in the way that Chris's unique skills in drawing and visualising an idea through sketching is something that added to our process, and my addition was the idea, the way I kind of discussed points and used words that kind of rang true with both of us, which kind of leads to that kind of moment where we're like, okay, this is a great idea to pursue. So it's the kind of collaboration of both techniques, both physical representation and also discourse and discussion.
Yeah, and I really quite loved those moments where we would maybe be looking at a drawing or just be sitting in a particular place, and there would literally just be in one of our heads a word or a phrase even would come up that we thought integrated well or described our project well at that particular stage. And there would be these moments of where we would just kind of look at each other saying a particular word and just be like, actually, I feel like that's definitely a direction we want to pursue. Architecture in a way has always been something, like growing up as well, and just in your day-to-day existence in life, it's something that you recognize on a daily basis, on a second-to-second basis really, in terms of the spaces you inhabit. It seems to be like it has this permanence, it has this real substance and weight to it that I feel like how we got into this profession was, it was just something that really drew us, and we really wanted to be a part of that outcome.
Often the difficult problems in our world and in architecture have very kind of serious solutions.
Yes.
And our approach was to kind of be more playful with it, because we have the opportunity to do so in architecture. And that involves the kind of the way that the user interacts with the space at a micro level, how they kind of feel the space, the tactility of the space, and just exploring kind of unconventionality and how we approach things in daily life, daily public life and domesticity, and kind of flip that on its head and see what that looks like.
Once you finish a competition, it doesn't really end there, because once you start to find, or once all the results come out and you start to find everyone else's projects, it can really open your eyes to different ways of thinking and to different aspects, especially because you've come from the same, starting point, and then you've diverged from there. I think that particularly is really quite interesting.